Welcome to level 2 of color mixing. You will need a ruler, pen or pencil, and a red, a yellow, and a blue, said that backwards, oil pastel. Oil pastels almost look like crayons, but when you draw with them, they're softer than crayons. Please don't refer to them as crayons. Crayons are made with wax, which is a different material than oil. They may or may not have this label on them. We have some older ones in the room as well, so they may or may not look like this, but they are always softer, and they don't really get all over your hands as badly as some of our other materials. Please take a moment now to set up your page the same as you had with our colored pencil demo. Please pause the video at this point and set that up. I am not going to go over that again. Also, the same as the last video, please label your paper. At the top you should have light, then you should have heavy, texture, smudge, and then down at the bottom you have your primary and your secondary labels. Please pause the video and catch up if you need to. Same as our color pencil video, I need you to choose 2 of your 3 primary colors. So you have blue, red, and yellow in front of you. I need you to choose just 2 of them. I am going to do red and yellow for this video. We are going to begin at the top here, and just as our color pencil video, we are going to start by applying light pressure with our oil pastel and bringing it. Again, notice how I'm holding it. I'm holding it at the back of the oil pastel so that I'm not tempted to push really hard. Also notice how I'm moving the oil pastel. I'm only going in one direction. I'm not going back and forth and all over the place. So you're going to fill that in a little more than halfway and switch to your second color. Still using light pressure. You can see that the oil pastel kind of leaves a texture behind when you use light pressure. And then seeing what happens when those 2 colors begin to overlap. Okay. Repeat the same process, but this time you are using heavy pressure, so I'm adjusting where my hand is on the tool, and I am beginning to push down. And you can see already that vibrancy increase when I push down with my oil pastel. And repeat from the other side with my yellow. And what happens where I overlap? Depending on what colors you're choosing, you're going to notice that some colors are stronger than others, right? My yellow is a little bit weaker than my red. So they don't, your orange doesn't come out too strong. So that's kind of you got to learn when to use heavy and when to use light pressure to get stronger colors. We're going to come down here and we're going to do texture. Same as before, your texture is created through value and line quality. So I'm going to do kind of like I don't know what to call it, but like a windy texture. I want my reds to be my yellows coming in, that lighter pressure. It's almost like fire. We're going to try our smudge, so you're going to start at the top. I'm going to use like a medium pressure. I'm not quite pushing super hard, but I'm not using the lightest pressure I could either. Medium. I'm going to come in with my yellow, pushing a little harder with my yellow because I know that it's weaker than my red. Let them overlap. You can see that orange is a little bit stronger there because I was more heavy-handed with my yellow. And then I'm going to use my finger to smudge those together. And you can see it works much better than the colored pencil, right? I'm getting a really nice, consistent color now. All of that texture you see up here, when I smudge with my finger, that goes away. It becomes one solid color. If you need to, please take a moment, pause the video, and catch up to us here. Alright, we're going to move on to our color wheel down here. You will need all 3 of your primary colors. We are going to fill in our primary circles first. Again, I'm not going to use my heaviest pressure that I can. I'm using kind of like a medium. So we got our red, which is primary, which means you cannot mix 2 colors to create it. We got our yellow, primary. Cannot mix colors to create yellow. And we have our blue, primary. Cannot mix colors to create blue. Okay. From our primary colors, we are going to go to our secondary colors. So I'm going to take my red and I'm going to take my blue and I'm going to combine them up here. Got my blue first. Sorry, my red first. My blue over top. And I think I'm even going to smudge that a little bit, really help that color mix together and become that really nice purple that you see there. Now I've got my blue and my yellow. Now we already know yellow is a weaker of the 2 colors, so what I'm going to do is do my blue first, but I'm going to use light pressure with my blue. And then I'm going to come in over top with my yellow. Use a little bit harder pressure with that yellow so that it can kind of be as strong as my blue to get that nice green. And I think I'm going to smudge that too. Really nice green. Okay. And we got one final one. Again, I know that my yellow is the weaker of those 2 colors, so what I'm going to do is do some really light red and heavy yellow to get that true orange. There we go. Now you have your oil pastel color wheel. Congratulations, you have finished level 2 of color mixing. Please level up.